For me, when I was building this tension, I always wanted to see how far can I go? How far can I go? And I wanted to see how this mom, her denial, how long can I stretch it? And I think the longer I stretched her denial, the longer the film became more interesting.
So, hi, welcome to Director's Notes.
Thank you so much.
If you don't mind just introducing yourself and the film we're going to talk about.
Yeah, my name is Zain Duraie. I'm a director-writer from Jordan, and my film is called Sync in the Sutherland competition.
Okay, and this is your debut feature.
Yes.
So, what made you knew that you were ready to make this film as your first feature?
I think it was a calling. It's a very personal story, so I felt like this is what's burning inside me right now, and I want to make it a long feature, and I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
So it's just it's an instinct. It's like when you're ready to have a kid.
Yeah. You know it's the
you
right
just
time.
know. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the same. It's the same feeling.
You talk about a lot, but I mean the film, it's like a love to mothers and to difficult children. And what I found most spectacular is those two performances are like some of the strongest that I've seen in a long time. So I'd love to know about finding those two leads for the whole film.
Yeah, I mean, Clara is a very special actress. She's I mean, first of all, she's like stunning visually, and we met on a Zoom call. She's quite known, and she's a pro, she's a professional, and when we spoke, I just the way she was interested in the script and in the character and being brave enough to do this kind of crazy, unpredictable mother,
Yeah.
really impressed me. That she was just willing to do anything, like throw herself in the mud or do these like a lot of some physical. Her role is somehow physical in the film.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it is for both of them. And for
especially
both
them.
of them, it's such a absorbing performance. You have to be there.
Exactly. And for Nizar, the boy, Basil, we had my producer suggested him to me, and he said, "Why don't you try having a coffee with him?" And we had a cup of coffee, and we just had a conversation, and I felt his talent just from talking.
Yeah.
I didn't audition him, and yeah, he just got the role, and we were preparing for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You're preparing for that long.
Yeah, with Mohammad, yes.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
How does that work? Preparing for something over such a long time, because then when you shoot, it's got to be everything.
Yeah, I was giving him the story bit by bit over the years, and he's a very hardworking actor. He does his homework so well. I was blessed to have him. Like, he was reading a lot of books, doing a lot of research, very curious, and I was taking him bit by bit about the story and telling him about some scenes that I've been writing. And then 8 months before the shoot, I gave him the script finally, and he read it, and he was really shocked when he read the story, and he started doing even more inner work.
Yeah.
And working on the physicality of Basil, and working on the emotional beats and his physical gestures.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot of work.
Yeah, because there's a lot in the physical, I think, that made me really tense watching it. Those moments where sort of the violence is overspilling.
Yeah.
I just thought all of those moments, you did them so brilliantly, and you sort of take us to the edge so many times.
Yeah.
Was that always what you wanted? You wanted us to be on tenterhooks?
Yes. I mean, I think for me, what maintains the tension in the film is when is this gonna explode?
Yeah.
And this for me was my intention in the film. And of course, I've been talking about her for 2 days now, but I love Charlotte Wells, and I hope she sees me somewhere. And
She's incredible.
She's incredible.
Yeah.
And when I saw Aftersun during the process of writing, I remember I saw the film, and I had a breakdown, and I thought to myself, this is what I want.
Okay.
This is the kind of subtlety and nuance that I want, and I was crazy enough to say that I want to do the Aftersun of the Middle East because this film is also personal to me.
Yeah.
So, and her film is very personal.
Yeah.
But both, I think we have me and her, we have so much in common in terms of like what we want to share with the world,
Yeah.
and that, you know, like this when you have something so personal, I think it becomes such a shared pain with the world, and I
Yeah.
felt like this is what I wanted to do, and like it's a very universal story. It could connect with anyone, anywhere.
Yeah, but I can definitely see the similarities between Sink and Aftersun in the parents. You
Right.
know, it's that immense love, and you don't know what to do with it. And I don't think anyone can feel that love apart from those parents in those roles.
Yeah.
It's so unique, isn't
Yeah.
it? And to sort of draw that out. One of the things I loved, and I want to speak about, is your framing. So we sometimes we're looking like through things. You're either in the corner, or there was just when I was watching it, and I wanted to know all about sort of where you had the camera, what you wanted us to focus on.
Well, first of all, it's a shout out to my amazing DOP, Farouk, who's like from Tunisia. He's super talented. I was lucky to have him. I always wanted to focus on, you know, less is more, not to show much, not to be so traditional in the filmmaking as well. And I think because we're in the headspace of the mother, Nadia, I think that I wanted to show her denial through those angles, through those wides, through those corridors, because I wanted to also intensify when the aspect ratio opens in the film.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of build that through the kind of claustrophobic angles that I had, because it's
Yeah.
all building how this is all like angles of denial. It's your psychological state in the film. So I guess this was my focus, but
Yeah.
I also had a brilliant cinematographer.
Yeah, but it works. It like you said, it then that's that tension, and you really feel like you're into their very secret, deep life, and this is the only way in.
Yeah.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Thank you.
What about water? You've got lots of reoccurring themes of water, so I want to know what that represents to your
Well,
narrative.
sink. You know, we're sinking into the water. And the title in Arabic is gharaq. It means you're drowning.
Okay.
And I wanted to show the psychological state of the mom, basically sinking into her son's illness and using the water as a method of cinematic symbolism, and my kind of cinematic language. And also, I'm someone who loves water in general. And
Yeah.
again, I would go back to Aftersun. There's so much water in her
Yeah.
film. It's set on the sea. In Turkey, so I think that's for me. I wanted to kind of use this pool when we open with the pool shot, and that's just to show that this mom takes him on this routine, and this routine becomes a place of psychological sinking
Yeah.
for both of them.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do like this whole sequence in the water and how the camera jumps in and out, and then this is all in the mom's head.
Because at the same time, some of the pool scenes, they're positive. They find a bit of relief,
Yes.
sort of in that tension.
Yeah, correct.
Which again, and I was waiting. I was like, is he just gonna like dunk her? Or there's so many things, and I'm like, is he just gonna do that? I just don't know.
Yeah.
Like I almost feel like we're choking on it, you know.
Yeah.
What about the pace? Because it's very. I think you just bring us right into it, and then it's heavy. It's really heavy throughout.
Yeah. I think, okay, so pacing, my editor is just brilliant, Abdullah. He's so smart. And I think that as the director alone, I can't make this film. I'm the creator, yes, I'm the writer, I'm the director. But I always want to give a shout out to my team, to my producers, to my cast, to my editor, to my sound designer. Everybody had a role in this film. And for me, Abdullah was kind of my other half in this film. And we were together 3 months in the editing room. And he was like able to find that pace and heartbeat together. Me and him, we found it together, and we doubted everything. We would always go back and say, you know, what do you think here? And we were really working with our gut feelings, where we think it works and where we think it doesn't work. We dropped the script. We didn't work chronologically.
Yeah, did it change from what you anticipated?
I mean, we had to go back to the script at one point. But for me, I'm someone that doesn't like to edit, just like the script, because then it's not my sort of.
Yeah, okay.
That's not my cup of tea. I think that the script is a phase that ends after the shooting, and then when you're in the editing room, you're rewriting, and you got to be as radical as possible, and you have to kind of switch the puzzle.
Yeah.
Um, so we did play around a bit. We shuffled a couple of things around, but he was able to find the pace. We found it together, and we said, "This is a film that's going to be a slow burn, and then it's going to be a crescendo."
Yeah.
And it's gonna be the kind of film that picks up on its own. And I just had to believe that, because like the first 30 minutes is just slices of
Yeah.
life, and then the film just kind of blows up. And I think that was my goal from the beginning. And my editor was so fast, so efficient. We were done in 6 weeks.
Oh,
So
wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Because I was, there's just so many times I was thinking, oh, you could have taken us down that way and it still would have worked. Or takes us, there's so many different facets that it could have taken
yeah,
to what you end up with. And the end, you end on a hopeful note, I think. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Was that important to you?
Very important to me, because I want to show also all patients with mental illness that there is hope at the end of the day. That was my personal experience.
Yeah.
Is that when you have so much love, then there's hope.
Yeah.
Even if things are going to be hard, this mom holds his hand at the end and she says, "I'm with you."
Yeah.
Even if dialogue is so restrained in the film. But I think just that look she gives him at the end, that was it for me. And I
Yeah.
just knew that for me, that was what I wanted to end this note on. I did not want to propose grand solutions, and I didn't want the kind of Xavier Dolan ending. I wanted this to be a sort of subtle, and I think as artists, like, we're not social workers, we're also humans that are going through
Yeah.
these complex emotions, and we're always like trying to find emotion rather than solution. And I think this is my kind of cinema, is that I wanted to end with this strong emotional beat and just leave you there.
Yeah.
And that for me is more important than giving you the solution that, oh, he went and they took him there, and then you're out of it.
Yeah.
So
I want to go back to sort of the tension, which obviously builds throughout. Apart from the performances and sort of the blocking, were there other ways you were building it in? Because I really did. I felt it the whole way through in my throat.
you mean in terms of writing?
Of building that tension of the writing, of the directing, of everything, just to bring
Yeah.
that feeling.
Yeah, I think. Well, first of all, with my cast, we were rehearsing all the time. On we never really talked about this tension, because between them, it was always love.
Okay.
And then for Clara, of course, she did tell me, like, now she's gonna get afraid of him. If things are gonna get bad later. And for me, when I was building this tension, I always wanted to see, how far can I go? How far can I go? And I wanted to see how this mom, her denial, how long can I stretch it? And I think the longer I stretched her denial, the longer the film became more interesting. Because
Yeah.
if she finds out from the first 30 minutes that this is a major red flag, then kind of the film starts to lose its essence. So I wanted to play on that sort of psychological tension between them, but at the same time, like, there's so much love and complexity, and it's not just black or white. It's not just one string or another. I think I was trying to play on too many strings.
Okay.
And I think, I hopefully succeeded in that, but like, it's just the performances were, for me, it was the biggest priority.
Yeah.
And then we built in the editing room. I think that's where we really were able to build the tension, because people underestimate editing, but like when you're really editing a picture, it's like, how long or short am I going? And if I go a bit longer, then maybe the tension is not as strong. But if I shorten the scene, then things start to build up. So we were kind of working on that pace.
Yeah. Because even minutes can make a difference.
Right,
In terms of how the audience is feeling it and playing.
Right, and it was very challenging as well to find the rhythm
Yeah.
in the film, because even when in the script phase, when I sat with my editor, and we kind of went through like the whole sequence in the garden, and I was telling him, like, do you feel something's missing? Do you feel like, how do you feel the tempo here? Like, do you think there's too many scenes? Do you think I should cut something out? And he said, no, shoot everything.
Yeah.
Shoot everything. And I think the tempo's there, and we will find it in the editing room. So it's it's the magic of cinema. I
Oh,
think.
absolutely. And some people, like, people differentiate. But some people say you make a film 3 times: when you write it, when you shoot it, and then when you edit
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
endings can change and
Yeah.
everything can happen.
Absolutely. Yeah. You reshuffle the whole puzzle. Yeah.
What about reception? Because mental health, it's a film from Jordan and it's not something that's, maybe talked about or explored as much in
Yeah.
cinema.
Yeah.
So I'd love to know about that perspective and you as a female filmmaker as well, talking about all of this. It's a lot. It's a lot on your shoulders.
It was very challenging because like the only person who believed in my vision was my producer.
Okay.
And of course, like when the other team members came on board, but it was very scary at the beginning. And my producer is also, he's a first time producer, but he's very smart, he's very capable in his own way. And he knew like we're gonna make this film. We had a lot of challenges financially from the West because my film is not the typical film that they would expect from
Okay.
Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it annoyed me because I just hate that there's a certain image that they expect from us, and I didn't want to do a film to please the fans. I wanted to make this film for me,
Of course.
and it was just a love letter that I wanted to write for myself. And I just wanted to take that risk, and my producer took the risk with me, and we basically, I mean, yeah, of course, as a female, it doesn't get any easier, but thankfully, I was surrounded by such positive, team members, amazing co-producers that took on the film in Jordan and said we're going to shoot this with whatever budget we have. My producer managed to finance the whole film on his own
Wow.
from the region.
Okay.
And yeah, we just shot it. We said no France, okay, no UK, okay. Nobody wants to hop on this project. We're gonna do it.
You're
on
still
our
going to
own.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah, we had no sales, no distribution, nobody to push this project. We made it on our own to Toronto, and then to BFI. We
Yeah.
had nobody fighting for us or pushing for us. And now hopefully we're in talks with an important sales company. So
Yeah. Hopefully that'll change.
Yeah.
Because we need to break these perceptions. We shouldn't expect certain countries or certain films to come out of certain areas.
Yeah.
That would just be boring.
yeah, yeah, and I wanted to do something relatable, universal, and tackles like multiple themes.
Yeah.
Of like, and for me, this film, sure, it's about mental health, but it's a love letter to motherhood, and it's a love letter to the people suffering with mental illness, and that don't forget you're human. And I think a lot of people yesterday, like at my screening, many of them came up to me and said, you opened a very deep wound for me because my son's suffering from this, or my mom's suffering from this. I know someone who died from suicide from this. And for me, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
It just brought me back to my purpose.
Yeah.
And in TIFF in Toronto, I had this woman come up to me, and my actor was next to me. And she told us, I'm schizophrenic, and I just want to say thank you for making us look human. Thank you for humanizing us. Thank you for not stereotyping us like they always do, and that we're
Yeah.
always the bad people. So thank you for that. And that moved me. Like we were crying. Like it was really,
Of course.
like when you do something that gives you purpose, that brings you back to your purpose, and it's no longer about the success and the spotlight and the awards and the money, and you just come back to the ground and you say to yourself, this is why I make films.
Yeah.
It's not for me to win the award, or for me to get the big prize, cash prize, or for me to be a success and get all the press in the world. You just go back to your purpose. You go back to your authentic self and you say, why did I choose to be a filmmaker?
Yeah.
And when you have people who come up to you and say, you changed something in me when I
Yeah.
saw this film, then this is the real prize.
Yeah. No, 100%. And that's why I love film festivals as well, because you're able to get that feedback
Yeah.
from people.
Yeah.
Like with director's notes, we deal with a lot of short films, and quite a lot of them, it's the end of their circuit. And I always love to know how they found it. And yeah, it's meeting the people who came to see your film. They came to see it for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really proud to be here. I actually bumped into Christy Matheson this morning.
Okay,
The
nice.
director of London. She's my neighbor in the hotel.
Yeah. Yeah, this must be a great place to be.
Oh my God, it was amazing. Yeah, and I ran into Michelle Franco as well.
I saw that. I was looking at your Instagram earlier. I
I
saw
was like,
that.
oh my god, totally sending him the film. And I I had the best 10 minutes chat of my life with Christy, and like she was just saying how like she can't believe this is my first feature,
Yeah.
and that they were like they put like they chose me as the only Arab in the lineup of
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sutherland
Yeah.
competition, and that they think like really this film deserves to be seen by the whole world, and that really moved me to pieces. And for
Yeah.
me, that was like
Yeah.
the biggest.
I mean, she's got good taste.
She really does. I mean, I just like she said, yeah, it was unanimous. Like all the programmers loved it, and I was just so moved. And for me, that's more important than any prize in the world.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's people engaging. So now that you've done this, and obviously you've got a long road to go with this, but what are you working on next, film-wise?
I'm working on. I mean, I still need to actually sit down and write, but I've been contemplating on a new project about. It's also about maternal instinct. Well, it's very different, but yeah, it's about a woman who declares to her family that she doesn't want to have kids, and
Okay.
things start falling apart. So,
Okay. That's a very modern topic. I like it. I'm excited.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
thank you.